the middle of the field, throw me a bomb, throwing that bit like quarterback. Today we're checking out The King of Limbs by Radiohead. The last album I checked out was Moonshaped Pool. Didn't really click with me like that, if I'm being honest. And I actually got a lot of recommendations for The King of Limbs. Not a lot, I would say, but just like a handful. I've heard this is their worst album. And I want to train my brain, and I want to not go into this album expecting a bad album. You know what I'm saying? I do have to admit that this might be their worst album cover. Like, this is really ugly. This looks like Slenderman, bro. Like, what is this? What am I looking at right now? Those like entities with like arms. Uncut will be on Patreon below. Thank you again to all of my Patreon supporters. And Bloom. Oh. This is cool. This is so cool. Super chaotic start. That was cool. I liked it. Like I said, that was really cool. That was like really chaotic, but also like a line of like very prettiness in the background. Like it's like almost like too chaotic at some points. Like what is going on? And then it's like it comes in with some beautiful ass shit, and you're like, ooh. It almost like saving grace the song in a way. It almost has a saving grace effect on the song. I like that. That was cool. That was a really good start. Morning, Mr. Magpie. I don't like how that was like a build up to nowhere. Ew. Who's Mr. Magpie? Who is that? The song was cool. I think it was cool. Wasn't too like, you know, it wasn't like insane, like one of the best bangers I've ever heard, but it was cool. That's like a good, like, it was just cool. I looked it up. It was like, looked at Mr. Magpie meaning. It says Mr. Magpie is a term used in superstition that involves greeting a lone magpie to avoid bad luck. Some say that adding one for sorrow, two for joy to the greeting will offer friendship and prevent the magpie from stealing. What are we talking about? Is this like British lingo? Like, I don't know. Never even heard that. I've never heard of that a day in my life. It felt very fluent, but like nothing like mind-blowing in a way. You know what I'm saying? Very fluent in its way. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it was just like okay the whole way through. Like nothing really changed. Little by little. It's like a trap beat. Like a freestyle beat or something. Real. It's definitely interesting. I think this has the same problem as the last song. It was very just standard. Like it was nothing horrible, but just like just good, and that's it. Like just standard good, but it's not like excellent. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's. I don't know. I hope I'm not being like an asshole saying that. That song just felt very like black and white, white, gray, just like very just like. Just how it is. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's. I can't even tell what's better. Like Mr. Morning, Mr. Magpie, little by little. They're both just very like the same level. Yeah. Feral. I'm about to get feral in a second. Are the lyrics going on? Am I missing the lyrics? This feels like a chase on a rooftop. I feel like the best word to describe that song would just be like interesting. Like it just sounded very interesting. It sounded very cool, very cool. I don't think I could ever bump that song going somewhere, driving somewhere. Like I don't even know what kind of like, what kind of like scenario do I need to listen to the song in? You know what I'm saying? Like the gym, maybe the gym. Like for having like really no lyrics, kind of just like sounds. Sounds cool. Sounds like I said, sounds interesting. Lotus Flower. Moon upon a stick. Huh? While the cat is away, we do what we want. I love that. What's unfurl mean? Slowly we unfurl? I love that. I love that bass line thing right there. It sounds like something off Kid A. Like a Kid A throwaway or something like that. It was cool. I liked it a lot actually. That was probably the best song on the album. Next to Bloom for me. That was really good. That was I felt very colorful. Like over track 2 and track 3. Felt very, very colorful. Like I love all the little shit they just like place in the song. I love that. Codex. This is great. I guess it's the water's clear and innocent. Like, trust the water. Like, jump in. Like, trust it. It's innocent. That's what I got out of that. That song was gorgeous. I ain't gonna lie. That song was gorgeous. Like, this sounded like something off of Moonshaped Pool. Give up the ghost. Give up the ghost. Transition's dope. I keep thinking he says idiom. He's saying idiom instead of in your arms. Yeah, that song fills it out for me. I don't know, that got really repetitive really quickly. And that was just a big old meh for me. Big old meh. Where's the experimental stuff? Because, like, I thought this was going to be, like, one of the most experimental. I feel like it went from experimental to, like, pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like, less experimental as the album goes on. Separator. Oh. Is he like in a nightmare? This is cool. I like the way it picked up. It was a great ending. I like that a lot. I like how, I don't know, I was almost scared it was gonna like be like very like the same, the very just standard all the way through. That like how I picked up at the end, you know, it was good. It's very cool. Favorite songs are Bloom, Feral, and Lotus Flower, and Separator. And least favorites Give Up the Ghost. I can definitely see why people don't like this album. Out of all the albums I've heard from Radiohead, it definitely is my least favorite. But honestly, it's not as horrible as I thought it would be. I wouldn't say this is like a horrible album by any means. There are some weak points. I kind of felt a weak point with track 2 and track 3. I felt a low weak point there, a little dip in my opinion. It kind of turned like very just meh there. As an album, not horrible at all. Not horrible at all. I'd say I don't think this album's horrible at all. Worst album? No. Worst album cover? Probably. Yeah. Like I said, there's very few moments where this album kind of picks up, and those few moments are very like You know, you grab them while they're there. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I say it. You grab them while they're there. I like the end. I like how this. I like how the album starts. I like how the album ends. But like between, it's very inconsistent. Very inconsistent between, in my opinion. Very inconsistent between. But yeah, that is about it. Skr skr.